easy, high protein meal prep and snack ideas for busy people like me. If you're someone who's very busy, or maybe you have kids and you have a job and you have all these things going on and you don't necessarily have time on a Sunday or a Monday to make all of your meals, put them all in Tupperware containers, store them in the fridge so you're good to go for the week, or maybe you just don't want to eat out of Tupperware containers for every single meal throughout the entire week, then this video is for you, because I don't either. In this video, I'm gonna share a few ways that I meal prep to make sure I'm prepared for the week without having to cook entire meals on a Sunday, to make sure I've got lots of high protein meals and snacks on hand without it being too complicated, stressful, or taking up too much of my time. So let's get right into it. But of course, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get a notification when I release a new video just like this one every single week. My name's Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, and nutrition coach with over 17 years experience in the industry, helping people increase lean muscle, decrease body fat to become the strongest, healthiest versions of themselves. And I created this channel because I want to help you as well. So you're still watching. That means you're either a busy person who doesn't have time to meal prep. That's totally fine. Me neither. And that's why I'm making this video, to show you it's still possible to hit your protein goal, to stay in your calorie deficit, and reach your fat loss goals without having to meal prep every single meal you're going to eat throughout the week. One of the most common concerns or complaints that I hear from either online coaching clients or in-person coaching clients is, I'm very, very busy and it's so hard to plan my meals ahead. It's so hard to stay on track and hit my protein goal every single day. Guess what? You're normal. We are all busy. But doing things that I'm gonna show you in this video today will help you be successful throughout the week without having to take a whole bunch of time to prep a bunch of food on a Sunday or a Monday. So let's start with breakfast. A lot of people find mornings are very, very busy, especially if you have kids, for myself included. Getting kids breakfast, getting them dressed for school, packing lunches. Again, I do it the day of. I'm not someone who packs it the night before. I've got it down to a system, so it's fairly fast for me, but maybe you're rushing off to the gym in the morning and then you come home, shower, and you go to work. And often breakfast is skipped. Either you're just grabbing something on the go, or you're grabbing something when you get to work, or you're like, oh, I didn't even eat breakfast. It's already lunchtime. What happened? Where did my day go? So what are some things you can do to prepare ahead to make sure you have a healthy breakfast ready? I'll show you one of the things I actually do meal prep in advance because it tastes so good, it's high protein, it's easy, and it keeps me feeling full for a very long time. And you can prep it in literally 3 minutes and pop them in the fridge so you have enough for the week. Overnight oats. So to make my overnight oats, all I do is take these containers. Today I'm gonna make 4, probably 2 for me and 2 for my husband. All I do is add half a cup of quick oats into the containers. Then I add 1 scoop of chocolate or vanilla protein powder. I'm gonna use chocolate in this one. I really like the First Form Formula 1 natural whey protein powder, not only because it tastes good, but 0 artificial sweeteners, low carb, low calorie, high protein, and it mixes really well. I'll put a link in the video description if you're looking for a good tasting protein powder that also has great macros. Then from there, I add a tablespoon of chia seeds. After that, I have a few options. I will either add half a cup of plain Greek yogurt or half a cup of milk. I use either the Joya or Fairlife milk, which is lower in sugar, higher in protein, or I will literally add both. It just depends on what my day looks like and what my calories are looking like for that day. So obviously if I'm adding the milk and the plain Greek yogurt, it's gonna be a little bit higher in calorie. If you're someone who is in a calorie deficit or a fat loss phase and you're like, whoa, 480 calories with breakfast, that's a lot. What you can do is take out the milk and use unsweetened almond milk, which is very, very low calorie. It's gonna lower the protein content of the entire breakfast, but keeping the plain Greek yogurt in there is gonna keep your protein up high, but less calories in the unsweetened almond milk versus using milk. So you have a few options based on your calories throughout the day and how much protein you're trying to hit every day. For me, I'm eating at maintenance and I eat a lot, and I like to get a lot of protein in the morning because my days are so busy to keep me feeling full. So I often do milk and the plain Greek yogurt. And then after that, I add some frozen blueberries and then I mix it all up. So then basically stack them up, pop them in the fridge, and then they're in the fridge ready to grab for an easy high protein breakfast or even a high protein lunch or snack, wherever you can fit it into your day. You can play around with different recipes as well, whichever fruits you prefer. You can use frozen mango, you can use banana, you can put almond butter in there, again, based on your calories and your macros and what's gonna fit into your day. And then another really easy snack idea that you can meal prep in advance and put in a Tupperware container in the fridge. It's kind of a healthy, high protein charcuterie board. Basically what I do is add 2 Babybel cheeses, 1 or 2 pepperoni sticks, some cucumbers and some carrots, put those in a container. So I'll put that Tupperware container in the fridge with my snack ready to go. And then what I'll do is when it's time to eat the snack, whether I'm grabbing it to go or I'm eating it at home, I usually take either of these 2 are my favorite crackers. So Almond Nut Thins or Mary's Organic crackers, really great macros. So 19 crackers is only 130 calories. So I find I only use about 6 to 8 crackers. That's enough for me. Again, I'm focusing more on the protein, so the cheese and the pepperoni, and sometimes you just need a little crunch. Same with these Mary's Organic. They taste really good. Great ingredients, very minimal ingredients. So that is what you're looking for in a healthy option. This one has about less than 10 ingredients. Same thing here. So 12 crackers is 140 calories. So often I will take 6 to 8 of each of these, either put them in a bag or just throw them right in the container when I go and it's gonna come out of the fridge. If you wanna put these in the fridge and pack it all up at once, that's fine as well. And then I've got my snack, I throw it in my bag and I take it with me whether I'm going to work or I'm heading out with the kids. But again, it's just a super easy way to have a healthy snack on hand versus always just grabbing for a protein bar, which protein bars are not bad, but you don't necessarily wanna be relying on them every single day, all the time to get your protein. Trying to get your protein from real foods is the best case scenario. Something else you can prepare either on a Sunday or a Monday that is super easy, I call them egg bites, but it's so simple to make. All you're gonna do is put 1.5 cups of egg whites in a bowl with 6 large eggs, and then you're gonna add 2 cups of chopped bell peppers. Sometimes I will throw in some chopped spinach, mix it all up, then you're gonna pour them into a muffin tin and bake them in the oven. And then you can store those in a Tupperware container and each serving is gonna have about 22 grams of protein. Very low calorie, veggies, high protein option. Again, that could be a quick grab and go breakfast. You could grab 2 of those. Just something that's very easy to have made in the fridge. And then something else I do usually every Sunday or a Monday is I buy chicken or I have frozen chicken in my freezer. I will cook up a bunch of chicken in my air fryer and I chop it all up and keep it in a Tupperware container in the fridge just to have on deck. So for easy lunches, throw it in a salad, throw it in a wrap for lunch, quesadilla in a high protein wrap. Last night I made a stir fry with a whole bunch of vegetables and brown rice. So I used one of those Uncle Ben's 90-second, pop it in the microwave, pour that in the pan. I already had chicken cooked in the fridge. Take out the chicken, pour it into the pan, throw some sauce on it, mix it up. Literally a healthy meal in 10 minutes and I have leftovers for today. So again, just having that chicken on deck. That's my tip for you is pick a protein. Maybe it's not chicken, maybe it's beef or steak or whatever you prefer. Each week you can switch it up. Just cook a bunch of it and have it in the fridge ready to go for easy protein options. Another easy high protein meal prep idea that you can do in advance. So cooking the chicken is great. I also like to make turkey meatballs. Super easy to make. You can make a big batch and either freeze them or they stay in the fridge for about 2 days. But all you're gonna do is take some lean ground turkey, about a cup of chopped onions, some salt and some pepper. Again, you can add whatever you like. This is what my family prefers, so this is what I do. Then all you're gonna do is pour all the ingredients into a mixing bowl, roll them into meatballs, pop them in an air fryer, cook them for 10 minutes, shake it up, cook them for another 10 minutes. And that's another high protein snack option. Throw them in a salad, throw them in a pasta, throw them in a wrap, whatever you prefer. Eat them just plain, pop them in your mouth and go. Easy, high protein, low calorie meal prep option. So they'll stay in the fridge for about 2 days. But after that, you could also freeze them and have them and then defrost them in your air fryer when you're ready to eat them. So that's kind of a few things that I do at the beginning of a week on a Sunday or a Monday. Sometimes I do some of it on Sunday. Sometimes on Monday, if I have a bit more time, that's when I'll cook all my chicken up. It just depends on what my week looks like. But on top of all of that, I always wash and chop a bunch of vegetables to have those fresh on hand. I always have fresh fruit or frozen fruit in the fridge or the freezer ready to go for easy protein shakes. Again, for yogurt. Another thing that I like to buy and have on hand is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is another great low calorie, high protein option. You could even meal prep that in advance. cottage cheese into a container with some fruit, maybe some granola or some all bran cereal for lots of fiber. And it's just these little things in preparing me for the week. Although I'm meal prepping a little bit, I'm not necessarily prepping full meals, so it doesn't take long at all. Basically, once I go grocery shopping on a Sunday or a Monday, I bring everything home. I can whip all of this stuff up fairly quickly, and then I'm good. The fridge is stocked and we are good for the week. Again, because I have a family, we're not all eating out of Tupperware containers. When I was single and lived by myself, totally different story, but I have kids to think about and also a husband to think about who doesn't want to eat out of Tupperware containers every day. So I know that I have my breakfast planned. I know what I'm having for lunches. I have those planned. And then usually before I go to the grocery store on a Sunday or Monday, I plan out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What are we having for dinner? Based on my days and my schedule, I have our meals planned out, but I don't necessarily cook them all in advance. Most of my meals are 5 to 10 minutes because that's just the way we eat. Pretty basic, a protein, a carb, lots of vegetables. I just wanted to show you some ways that you could plan in advance to make sure that whether you're working from home and you're on Zoom calls all the time and you barely have time to cook, you can pop up quickly, grab your overnight oats from the fridge, sit back down at your desk and eat, but at least you are not skipping meals and you're getting a high protein, healthy snack option to keep your body fueled and of course keep you working towards your goals. And with that being said, often I still have protein bars in the cupboard. So there's things I make on the fly and they take me about 5 minutes to whip up. I can make a protein shake in 3 minutes. It's not something that I necessarily have to meal prep. So kind of look at your week, plan it all out, decide what should I prep in advance or what can I make fairly quickly. But if you have a plan for your week, you will be successful and just stick to the plan. And if you already have these foods prepped and ready to go, you're less likely to veer off track and order in or stop at a drive-through on your way home because you're like, I literally just put in all this time making all this stuff, so I'm gonna eat it 100%. Or you just won't even think about it because you've got your food ready to go. So as always, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, what are some of the favorite things that you like to prep? Let's help each other out. Get some ideas going in the comments. What are some of your healthy meal prep ideas that you do in advance? And as usual, any questions for me, leave them in the comments below as well. I love answering your questions and helping you guys out. And I also use your questions for future video topic ideas. So keep them coming. I really try my best to get to everybody's comments. And if you need help with either your fitness or your nutrition or both, you can check out more information about my online fitness and nutrition coaching program. I'll put a link to that in the description below. And as always, remember, progress, not perfection, consistency over perfection. You don't have to eat out of Tupperware containers 100% of the time to see results. I promise you that. I am a walking example of that. Just do your best, and as long as you're doing better each week and taking the time to plan, you are going to be successful. So have a great week, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.